Hello Perfect Beauties, my name is Daisy. I wanted to talk about purging and getting rid of things in your life in terms of material possessions, because I think having less clutter, having less stuff, and having things be organized is a great metaphor for really your life. The process of purging and getting rid of your things is very hard, and it was one of the most stressful things I've ever done, simply because it's like breaking up with a lot of your items. Like I felt like breaking up, like I was breaking up with so many things, but at the end of the day you just feel so much more relaxed, everything feels clean. And what's so great about the after purging effect is you get to buy things that now suit your lifestyle and not feel bad about it. Like I don't feel guilty about it when I buy new things. So recently I purged about a third of my things, and I'm really happy with what I did. It was very, very difficult, but I want to share with you guys some tips of it. One thing I think is important to remember in anything in life is insanity is basically doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Especially when I have a business, everything is so up in the air and there's a lot of information and data, but it's not all perfect information and things aren't always perfect. And so I tell myself, if I try something once and it didn't work, do not do that exact same thing, Daisy, because you're just wasting your time and your money and your effort. This goes with a lot of things in life. If there's a restaurant you've tried and you didn't like it, there's a reason why you didn't like it. Most of the time, it's not going to be better the second time, right? So don't go back to that restaurant. Other things, like if there's a place I get my nails done and they cut my fingers, like cut the skin, the second time I go back, they'll probably cut the skin again, so I just don't go back to that nail place, you know? But we're such creatures of habit that it's hard for us to shift kind of doing things that aren't working for us because we're just so used to doing it. So really understand that about yourself is, you know, there's a reason why you don't use certain items, right? There's a reason why I don't wear certain things in my closet, even if they're really expensive, simply because they just don't work out with my lifestyle. So be okay with that. Be okay with realizing that if you haven't worn it in a year or in 6 months, you'll probably not wear it again because there's a reason for these things not to work out. So for me, I've noticed I probably wear maybe 30% of my wardrobe 90% of the time, and a lot of this reason is because I have my own business, and when you have your own business, I don't need to dress up for work, so I just wear whatever's super comfortable. So all the time I'm in these V-neck American Apparel shirts and a pair of Lululemon bottoms. That's what I wear 99% of the time, and it's just because it fits with my lifestyle. So that being said, I don't buy things from Zara. I don't wear, I know there's a lot of girls who wear cute skinny jeans with a jumper and accessories and little cute ankle booties, but I don't wear that because that's just not my lifestyle. I just don't even need to even put in that big of an effort. There are some things, like when I go out, when I go on a date, when I go to a party, I will need to look nice and put together. So I will wear bodycon dresses, maxi dresses, very fancy, not fancy, but fancier than a business casual dress. And that's basically my wardrobe, is the athletic wear or the fancy dresses. There's nothing in between. So now I realize that because of this area and point in my life is I need to stop buying the areas in between of my life because I just don't wear them and they just collect dust no matter how cute they are. There's a reason for that, and there's a reason your wardrobe and the stuff that you occur in your life reflects your lifestyle, and be okay with that. You know, don't try to change your lifestyle into something you're not. I always tell sometimes I will be like, oh my god, this outfit is so cute. I'll go to Zara and they do have really cute dresses, but it's I never wear them, right? So be okay with accepting the fact that there's just certain things in your life that aren't compatible with other things, even if it's super cute. And this can go with anything in life, a job, a boyfriend, food, whatever. There's just certain things that are not compatible. The thing that it's really hard to purge is you think about how much money you've spent and the investment you've had. And you know, when I was purging through my stuff, I specifically remember which YouTube video corresponded with that haul item. And it made me really sad because it made me feel like I was giving up on some of these items. But just already think that the stuff that you have in your house think about this in terms of business senses. You know, when you want to store things, if you want to buy a warehouse, each square footage of space costs whatever, $100, let's say. So if you think about the stuff in your house, they're taking up space, and space equals money. Not stuff equals money, but space equals money, right? To get storage somewhere in LA especially, it's really expensive, so you might as well get rid of the things instead of store them, right? So don't think of your things having money, but think of the space is equaling the money, right? If you rent out your room, if it's full of stuff, you can't rent it out on Airbnb, or you can't like use it as an office or whatever, right? So just think of everything as all the space you have as units of money and currency, not about the actual items you have. The other thing that was really hard for me to purge was, for me, I don't like donating things to Goodwill, simply because, not because I don't want to help people out, but simply because these things, like my clothing items and the things I have, are things that are really like I don't know, they're like a part of my life, right? And so I don't want them to collect dust, and I feel like really lonely and sad that they're collecting dust somewhere. So I try to give them to friends who I know will actually use the items, which make me feel a lot better because I know they'll actually use it and I see them wearing it. It makes me so happy that like they're wearing things that like I used to wear. And I give them to like some people who work with me, and then now I shipped like a huge box to a subscriber, and what I think I'll do is every 4 times a year or whatever, I will do a massive purge and ship things out to you guys, because I know that you guys have been watching my hauls, and maybe you guys would like some of the items that I previously purchased out for whatever reason didn't work out, and it makes me feel better if I know someone's using it than it collecting dust. So it's easy to like give away a baby if you know it's going to go to a good family, rather than like a a shelter. I watched a ton of purging videos on YouTube, and I was like getting obsessed with the purging videos, but I realized like a lot of the purging video advice it's just not sustainable for me as a person. One of them was just to stop shopping, and that's never gonna happen. I mean, shopping is a part of the way I think, the way I live. I love shopping. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun to turn over things, and for me it's kind of, you know, being somebody who reviews products and doing hauls, it is part of my job almost. So you can't just tell me to stop shopping, but something I've noticed is when I buy things, I always keep the receipt, and I only shop at certain stores. So I only shop at certain places that allow me to return things. Okay, except Lululemon. Lululemon has the absolute worst return policy, but I still buy from there. But for example, like I try to shop at Nordstrom as often as I can, because you can return things like at any time with the receipt. I try to buy things from places where I know they have a really good return policy. And so what I do is when I buy things, I bring them back, and I keep all the tags on my clothing items until I'm ready to wear them. So I have this rack where I put all my new items in, and you know, if within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, the tags are still on the clothing item, I will return them. Because there's a reason why I haven't worn them in 3 months. If you purchase something you haven't worn it in 3 months, there's probably a reason you're never gonna wear it. So you might as well return it instead of having it like sit on the sit in your closet. So I really like Nordstrom for that reason, and I do buy a lot of things online, so it's super easy for me to return, so I don't actually have to physically go into a store. But just try to shop at places where they have a good return policy, so that way if it doesn't work out for you, it's not collecting dust in your place. It's you're actually like, you know, giving it back to the store or whatnot. Times a year I want to have an eBay sale. So what I do is I just, things like if I'm going through my closet and I realize I haven't worn something in like a long time, or if I gained weight, I have gained some weight, so I've gotten rid of a lot of things that don't fit me anymore. Just like you know, things that I just won't use anymore, I put it in a box or laundry bin, and maybe like once every other month I will just, you know, take 20 minutes of your day, list some things on eBay, and just ship them out. I find that helps, because then you don't feel bad about you know, giving things away, and you can make some money from it. So just put on your Google Calendar or whatever, set a reminder that to, you know, purge some of your things, and you know, get on a rhythm and a system. So every 3 months, every 2 months, sell things on eBay and give things to friends, right? Depending on how often you shop. Now I shop a ton. Once you've purged everything, you now have new things in your life that you can buy and, you know, and love. So take a look at your wardrobe and take a look at the stuff that you own, and think about what you use all the freaking time, and buy more of that. You know, it's okay to, you know, invest in certain things that you love and just spend money in those because you're going to use it, right? For me, I don't consider pricing, I don't consider cost in terms of what I buy, I consider utility. So, you know, I can buy like, let's say I can buy like $300 worth of things at Forever 21, or I can buy like $1,000 designer bag, but if I use that $1,000 designer bag every single day all the time, I think it's more worth it to me than just cheap clothing items that I never ever wear. So I've noticed in my lifestyle, things that I wear a lot are athletic clothes because I do work out, and for me, I really like to wear cute clothes working out. It kind of motivates working out fun. I also really like jackets, like Lululemon zip-up jackets, or like hoodies, or like pullovers, really simple throw-on things that won't wrinkle when you travel. So I invested in a lot of Nike and Lululemon items. I mean, I love Lululemon items because it just works. I can sleep in them, I can play in them, I can work out in them, and I run errands in them. You know, other things, like for example, you guys know I love my Stuart Weitzman Highland boots. Those are really nice boots. I really like them. I do not regret buying them, and so, you know, this season I'm considering getting a pair in a different color because I wore the ones all the time last year out. You know, so just be okay with, you know, spending money on nice things if you wear them all the time, and then kind of steer away from brands that you don't really shop at. Like for me, I don't really shop at H&M. I don't really wear things from H&M, so I just try to avoid walking into that store. Although their stuff is really cute, it's just, you know, it doesn't fit with my lifestyle. So that is it for my purging haul and purging video. Other things like nail polish, I have a nail polish rack. That is probably my only nail polishes I own. I got rid of a ton. Another tip I realized is keep things digital. I hate having papers. I hate having loads of books. I just hate not being able to find things. So what I do is in my Gmail, I will send all the information and notes to me, and I will actually make it like I will actually add text so I can search for it. For example, like if I buy homeowners insurance, I don't want to keep the hard copy, so I will take a picture on my phone and send it an email to myself, and then put in the keywords in that email, like homeowner insurance Geico 2015 or something like that, and that way if I need to reference it, I can just search for it on my email. Now if my email like dies and goes berserk and Gmail like loses all my files, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably be useless in this world, but until that happens, I just don't like keeping papers. I don't like filing things. I just cannot find things unless they're electronic. And also about me, I cannot find things unless I search for it. I can't put things in folders because I just don't remember what folder goes in what. I don't like putting things into categories like that. So just keep like a way for you to search items, because it's a lot easier than like even like trying to figure out where they are. Even the apps on my iPhone, I don't even have folders for them. I just search for the app and then I'll go to them. Okay, I travel a ton, and you know, during traveling I like to spend that time to read books and to keep up with my education. So I'll probably download 4 or 5 books a month on Kindle, and it's about the same price as getting a physical copy. Now I actually do like reading the physical copy of books, but I just don't like bringing them everywhere, and then once you read it, it's like, what do you do with it? Like, it's like it takes up space. So I just try to always get the Kindle version, and plus you can read the books on any device that has an internet connection, so I really like using Kindle for that. I also have Audible, and this is not a sponsored video for Audible, but I do listen to Audible, although I don't like listening to them as much as actually reading them on my phone for whatever reason. I just don't, I like being able to like swipe at my own pace. But yeah, just keeping electronic things. I also have Amazon Instant Video on my phone, so I don't collect any hard copies of DVDs or anything. So just try to store things in the cloud or electronically, so that way you don't need to worry about them cluttering space. Okay, so those are my tips for purging and cleaning out. I will tell you guys, it feels so good just to get rid of certain things and buy new things, and having every space of your house or your apartment or wherever make meaning in your life. Like, you want every single square inch to have a reason and meaning and purpose, and not just be like storage that you will never touch for like 2-3 years. You know, you don't want to be like those people who just like store shit in their garage and like doesn't have any room for their car or whatnot. So anyways, there's also a book called The Magic Art of Tidying Up by this Japanese author. It was on the New York Times bestseller list. I read that book when I was in Europe, and I honestly, it was okay. It was kind of weird. It was like really new agey for me. She was like, give energy to all your possessions, and like unfold your clothes and give them space to breathe, and it felt really weird, like treating my possessions as like actual people. But if you're interested, you should read that book if you have trouble keeping things clean and like getting rid of things and like keeping things in your environment that you want, because she gives kind of like a personality and persona type to things. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this really helped you guys purge and inspired you to purge things. I mean, seriously, it's been such a great experience for me. I'm so glad I went through all that pain, and now I'm sharing you guys the experiences that I had with purging. So thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!